Hey guys, Nofubushi here, welcome back to the channel, and today we're gonna go through a breakdown of yesterday's showcase because that was so hype. There was so much there, I couldn't believe it. Let's get into this. So firstly, we have a new map, the Ice Shard Cliffs that everyone's been hoping for. Everyone's been saying they want an ice map. We got an ice map. Now this ice map seems really eerie, really distant, really strange. There's a lot of caves and so on in this map that we can see from the opening cutscenes, which is really cool. But it doesn't stop just with the new map. Straight away, we see the Hirabami. And when we saw the Hirabami in the actual trailer, we had no idea what kind of monster this was. Was this a snake wyvern? Was this a flying wyvern? Well, if you go to the website, here's the description. Hirabami, a leviathan that inhabits the Ice Shard Cliffs, razor-sharp claws at its tail and wind-catching membrane on its neck, allowing it to float, making the Hirabami a uniquely dangerous foe. Yeah, as you can see guys, this is our third Leviathan. It seems like Capcom's adding a lot of Leviathans into this game. Is it gonna stop here? Who knows? Maybe we'll get that thunder water monster that we've all been hoping for. And you know which one I'm talking about. But yeah, in the trailer, this monster seems fast. It's floating in the air quite a lot. It seems very agile, big hitboxes, and at one point it shoots out an ice attack at the hunter, which makes her struggle, falling to her knees. So it's going to be quite dangerous when you get caught by some of these ice attacks. You're going to have to watch out for that. As you can see in the trailer right now, there's many of the Hirabami just floating around attacking the hunter at the same time. So is this one of the creatures that are going to be in packs roaming together? We have to really wait and see on this one. But I'm really liking the design on this monster. It's very cool looking. And it definitely seems to be the monster that gave the Armour for the Switch Axe overview video long time ago. So it's exciting that we've finally seen her. And her weapons are great. So I can't wait to hunt her myself. And then straight after that, we see an awesome monster, a return of the queen herself, Nerscylla. Nerscylla is an awesome monster from the 4th gen, and it's great to see her in this game. People have been speculating that she would be in this game because of Gypsros. She actually preys on Gypsros, and if you can actually see, she has Gypsros hide all over her. So yeah, I mean, she loves to kill Gypsroses, so having them both in this game makes a lot of sense. And even in the trailer itself, we saw a turf war between these two, and that was awesome. Now later on today, we're gonna have a video explaining who is Nerscylla, going over the combat with her and so on. But mainly what you need to know, see, it's a spider-like monster in Monster Hunter Temnocerans, which there aren't many of them. I think there's around like 7 of them overall in the series. Obviously we got Lala Brina in this game specifically, but there's not many of those monsters overall. So it's good that we can have more variety in monster types in this game. Now Nerscylla does a lot of poisons, she does sleep, she does webbing as well. So you're gonna have to be careful of that. But like I said, later on we're gonna do a video to go all over her weapons, her gameplay and so on in Monster Hunter Generations, and do a comparison between that and Monster Hunter Wilds. But that's not all the monsters. As we come into the end of the trailer, we see this giant, ugly looking, weird monster. It kind of reminds me of Valhazak, but the shape of it altogether is so different. Now this definitely seems to be the apex of this region. What type of monster it is, who knows? It's not even on the website. They'd be more secretive about this monster than they did with the Black Flame, because we don't even know what this monster looks like really and what it's called. Now just from speculation, people are thinking maybe this is a snake wyvern, which I would hope so, because you can kind of see the long body stem here that shows that when it's actually breathing in to do the AoE ice attack, it really sounds like Valhazak. Honestly, it really sounded like that to me. So maybe this is a distinct cousin of that monster, who knows? But at least we got to see a little sneak peek of the apex of this region, which is awesome. I can't wait to find out more. And we also have a description here of the Ice Shard Cliffs on the website. Very brief: a frigid land swept with snowy blizzards. That's pretty much it. Hopefully we have some more monsters, ice monsters, because right now they've only got 1 on the website. We know at least 2 that are new to this map, that haven't been in Monster Hunter before. But then apart from that, you know, there has to be some more monsters, right? Maybe a Gammoth, who knows? But that was not all. There was more to show. We got to see bonfires here, a more peaceful section for this trailer, where it seems like you can have a bonfire with all of your hunters just chilling and hanging out inside the map near your camps. Now it's unclear to me if you can do this anywhere in the map, but from all the sections they showed this, it was pretty much right next to your camp. So I'm guessing this is a feature that happens right next to your camp, which makes sense. You know, you want a campfire near your camp, right? Otherwise it wouldn't really be campfiring, it would be just firing in the middle of nowhere. And then after chilling down with some social moments, we get into Arkveld. More Arkveld gameplay, which is what I expected. As you can see, he's throwing out his chains. It seems like his chains are going to be a big part of his gameplay. He throws them out at the hunter, he dives in at the hunter, missing though, but he came in still. And then later on, he's seen fighting against Rathalos again. This time, he grabs him with his chains and starts to absorb his energy. Now, when we were live streaming this, we were actually talking about this fact that maybe he'll be absorbing energy. And initially, I was thinking, okay, if he's going to drain energy, he would drain energy for the element of that monster. As you've seen, each region has a different apex with a different element so far. Lightning, water, fire, and ice. But when Arkveld was taking the energy, he didn't gain lightning from way down. He gained dragon, it seems like. If you can see the dragon energies here, they're everywhere around this monster, everywhere. So I'm not sure, I'm really not sure what is going on here and how this ability works. Will it work specifically on apexes, or does it work in any monster? This is very exciting, right? A monster that can change, become more difficult, become stronger just by grabbing on and draining energy of other monsters. How strong is Arkveld without draining energy? How much more of a power boost does he get with it? And can he drain any monster? Can he drain monsters stronger than him? Can he go draining elder dragons, top tier elder dragons, black dragons? Who knows? Yo, I'm just saying, imagine this guy goes up to Rathalos, just change him up and then drains his energy. And then what's Rathalos gonna do? Arkveld, top tier monster apparently. No, I'm joking guys, we have no idea. Honestly, we have no idea the extent of this power and how far it can go with this monster. But I guess we're gonna see on Friday, because they announced that in beta 2, the secret monster is Arkveld. I said it was gonna be Arkveld, and yes, it is Arkveld. Arkveld is the monster that's gonna be in beta 2 for us all to hunt and enjoy. Now, I hope this is going to be a good hunt. You know, we're going to see what it's about. I'm going to hunt him. I'm going to try speedrun him. I'm going to try to do whatever I can for you guys and also for myself, because it's going to be a lot of fun. And I hope to see you there. But that is not all, guys. We have so much more information still to talk about. But if you're liking the video so far, you know, drop a like, subscribe, you know, support your boy in any way necessary. In fact, down in the description, there's a link to Fanatical where you can buy Monster in the Wilds. And you can get it on a percentage discount. I think it's 18% discount right now. This works in Europe, this works in the States, it works in many countries around the world. Check it out for yourself. And if you buy it there, you're supporting me and you're supporting yourself at the same time. And that's a great deal. Alright, now that out of the way, let's get back into the video. So since we've talked about monsters so far, I think we should talk just a bit more about monsters and then we'll move on to other things that have been shown in this trailer. Now going on to the website, they've finally added the returning monsters section on the website itself. As you can see here, going down to the bottom, we've got GORE, MAGALA, Nerscylla, Gravios, Gypsuos, Rathion, Kongalala, and Yenket Q, which is great, but there's a monster missing. Who is that monster? I don't know. The main flagship of Monster Hunter that was in the first trailer showing in this game. I don't know, guys. Of course you know what I'm talking about. It's Rathalos. Rathalos is not on the website. Capcom forgot about the flagship himself, the boy, the staple of Monster. How can you forget about Rathalos, Capcom, honestly? He's like your main guy, and he's not even on the website. Alright, well, apparently Rathalos is not confirmed yet, obviously, but it is what it is. And then going down to the bottom, you can see here, and more. Classic monsters for Monster Hunter series also make an appearance. Be on the lookout for them in Monster Hunter Wilds. So guys, it seems like there's going to be a lot of new monsters coming for this game. It doesn't stop with this 7 plus the 1 that we've seen so far, which is exciting. And even Ryozo in the showcase itself said more on this, saying there's going to be more monsters returning to this game, which is exciting. I can't wait to see. Let me know down below what you think is going to be returning, because there's so many monsters that deserve to come back. Like I said before, Jumbros, Agnator, those type of monsters I would love. Alright, but let's continue from here. There was one more monster that we cannot forget that was at the end of the trailer. GORE MAGALA. GORE MAGALA is back in this game. Now, what does this mean for this game? Honestly, I don't know. Does this mean we're getting Sharagu? Does this mean we're getting Chaotic? Possibly. Back in Sunbreak, we got all 3 of those, and then we got Risen at the end. 4 different monsters to fight GORE MAGALA, which was great. He's coming back for this game. I wonder how they're going to mix up the fight. He was only just in the previous game that just came out literally 2-3 years ago now. So what are they going to do for this guy in this game to mix him up, to fit him into this next game? We have to wait and see on that, but I'm quite excited to see for myself in the full game. Now later on, we're also going to do a video of who is GORE MAGALA and show you the gameplay around him, because I realized there's a lot of people who didn't play Rise, that's played World or new to Monster Hunter, and they would like to know more about this monster. So we're going to go through that. Don't you guys worry, I've got you. Now that we're done with all the monsters and the map itself, let's get into beta 2. So like we said, beta 2, you're able to fight Arkveld. And apparently this fight is going to be really tough. If you haven't fought the flagship monsters in any previous demo or beta, they were tough. I never fought the Norgante one. Apparently that was super tough. Magnum Malo was insanely tough in Rise. It was incredibly tough, but it was such a fun fight. Malzeno was also tough. Not as tough for me because I started to understand how to play Rise by then, so I knew how to fight him. It took me a couple goes to get him though, but he was a good fight too. So Arkveld in this demo should be quite strong. Going on from there, There's also going to be the training area in the base camp. So if you want to train and see damage and just test around with your weapon or any other weapons that you don't play, the training area is going to be accessible to you guys. So make sure you make use of that in the beta itself. Now, there's another feature here that's a bit strange. There's going to be private lobbies, which is great. People are complaining about having to join lobbies with other people. So you can actually create your own private lobby, which I'm going to try to do with me and my subscribers. We're going to have to see how large the count can be when you make these private lobbies. Hopefully as large as we want, so we can have a lot of people in them, because that's going to be a lot of fun. But more than just that, they said there's going to be online single player modes, which is strange. I mean, yeah, sure, being able to play online means you can call SOSs whenever you want, which is cool, that's really nice. But does this mean there is no offline single player mode from the get-go? Similar to Monster Hunter World? Because in Monster Hunter World, if you're connected by online, it tries to connect you online all the time. The only way you can play offline is if you disconnect while you're online, pretty much. There is no way to get into the game offline from the get-go if you're already connected. So I don't know, that's just a bit strange to me. I mean, at least in this game you can pause even if you're online, which is cool, but I don't understand the push for always online with Capcom and their games. In Monster Hunter Rise they didn't do this. In previous games it wasn't like this either. I don't know what's up with World and what's up with Wilds when it comes to online only. I'm not a fan of that type of rhetoric. Some people don't want to go online in general anyway. They just want to play offline. So just allow people to do that. It's just a weird thing to me. But hopefully there is an offline truly mode, but they didn't say it here. As far as I know, it hasn't been announced, which is unfortunate. And I hope we do get information on that eventually, because that would be a good feature to have for people who just want to play offline and want to play by themselves. Moving on from there, Cosmetic Elements. Now, we saw a great part of a video where we saw a lot of different armors. They've shown us laid armors, just armors in general. A really cool Balahara set for your Palico, which looked great. It looks like a mecha. I need to get this for my Palico, right? This is gonna look so good. Now, what they had to say about the laid armor though is that laid armors will be automatically available after crafting the high rank equipment, which is great, meaning you no longer have to make your armor and then make laid armor after that. As soon as you make the armor itself, laid armors will be available, which is great for me because I love farming for armors. I'm gonna farm for pretty much every armor in this game. If this game is as fun as I'm hoping it is, I'm gonna farm every single armor in this game and every single lance, and you're gonna want to be there for that. But anyway, this is gonna be great for everyone when it comes to laid armors, because it was such a pain. Definitely most on the world get laid armors. They're quite costly, definitely the late game ones. In Rise they did make it easier to craft, but I guess if you're already crafting the armor, getting laid armor on top of that just makes a lot of sense. And this way people can test around a lot more with making armors in general. So I'm all for this. Honestly, I'm all for this. And also, as you can see here, alpha and beta armor sets are returning for Monster Hunter Wilds, which does make sense. If you're gonna have random decals, I think this system works in this type of game, because you have the alpha set. If you don't have a lot of decals, you can use the alpha. You can have more skills on the set itself. But if you are a person who has a lot of nice decals, if you've been grinding a lot and you've gotten lucky, using the beta sets to take advantage of your decals is a part of the set building in this game. Hopefully this makes for a lot of diverse and interesting builds. We have to wait and see when we get into this. Now, as you've seen before, you can customize your Seikret, changing the colors, changing some of the details on it, which is great, and I really love that type of feature. But it doesn't stop there when it comes to customizations. When you're outside, you can actually change the background music of an area. Now, Monster Hunter Rise, they added a lot of cool, nice music for the hub, for different places on the map inside the game itself, but not out in actual quest. In this game, you can always listen to peak music whenever you want. Now, how is this gonna work? I'm not too sure. Will it be for the area when you're not fighting, and then when you're in a fight, it's overridden by the monster's music? I'm not too sure, because I would love to play certain musics over certain monsters that I don't like. That would be great. Imagine changing the music of a Chachakaba to Go Magala. I'll be scared at the same time while I'm fighting the smallest monster that ever existed. Now that would be pretty fun, and you could troll your friends that way. Honestly, you really could. Now, coming on to the two last things, no more guild cards. So guild cards are gone, but they're not gone for good. They've actually been replaced with something called the Hunter Profile. Further pushing the point that Capcom really wants to push the social media stuff, man. Like, Hunter Profile, or what is this, Twitter? Instagram? Like, come on, guys. Only hunters? Anyway, now according to them, this is gonna have more features than a guild card ever had before. And as you can see here, we have a couple sections here: nameplate, top page widgets, changing pose, expressions, camera, background, etc. Now, how much can you change inside these elements? We actually don't know. They didn't show us too much of that, so we have to really see for ourselves. probably in the beta or maybe in the full game to see what this hunter profile is all about. Because I've always liked guild cards, I've always liked sending my guild cards to other people and taking theirs in. In fact, years in advance, going back to Monster Hunter 3U, I actually saw guild cards of people that I played with all the way back, what, 10 years ago, and it was kind of cool to see that. Honestly, it was amazing. So I'm hoping these hunter profiles are just as good or even better than guild cards. Now coming up to one of the last things here, the camera view. Now this is awesome. You can pause the game mid-fight, get your camera out and take a really cool shot of a monster, of you about to cart, you doing something cool, who knows, but you can make some amazing video shots. It's going to be such a good feature, and you can even change the angle of the camera. You can do so much now. They've done such a great job with this camera view. I'm a big fan of this here. Capcom, well done. These small features are things that are going to keep people excited and just keep people talking about your game, because they can share things with each other, they can have fun. It just makes the ride a much more enjoyable experience overall when you care about these small facets of your game. Now lastly, there's a benchmark tool, guys. If you go on the website, you see it here. They push you to Steam to download a benchmark tool for your PC to test how well your PC runs this game, because it's super important, and it's super important for you all to try this out. Honestly, guys, go try this out right now. Now, how does this work? Well, once you download it, you're in the game, you can configure settings for the game to run on ultra, high, whatever, resolutions, frame generation, and so on. Then it will actually run through the trailer. It will run through a couple places in the map. It didn't go through gameplay, which was a bit of an iffy part for me, but it didn't go through gameplay. And then while this is happening, it's actually calculating a score of how well your PC handles the game. You actually see your current frame rate and your average frame rate as well, which is really cool. And then at the end, you get overall score, and depending on your score, depends on how well Capcom thinks your PC is going to run the game. And as you can see on this page here, as long as you're above 10,000 in points, according to Capcom, it is playable. If you're under that, it's going to tell you to change your settings, or if you're even below 5,200, it's going to say you're going to have difficulty playing. So guys, check this out, find a resolution and a graphic setting that fits you all, because it's going to be very important for you guys to really enjoy this game as much as possible. So check that out right here. Woo! Well, that's pretty much it, guys. This was a long video. I think we've gone through everything. This was a good showcase. Now coming down to my overall thoughts, I think this was great. Honestly, I think it was a really good showcase. Nerscylla deserves to be in this game. Go MAGALA. Arkveld, it was kind of hard to tell what Arkveld's all about, but I am hyped about the energy stealing thing, this absorbing of energy. How it works, I need to see in game, and I can't wait to fight him actually this Friday. For me, it's Friday, very early in the morning. It's going to be a lot of fun, so I'm going to be streaming there, guys, so I want you guys to come. We're going to have a lot of fun, and you can play as well with me. It's going to be really good. Now, the change in music is a top tier thing for me, because I love the music in Rise and Sunbreak. I bought pretty much all the music packs. I don't really buy DLC, but when it comes to music, I'm a big music guy when it comes to games, so I love to hear different types of music. In this game, if there's any music, I'm buying it and I'm listening to it. It's going to be a lot of fun for me. I think the map is good. The Ice Shard Cliffs, we don't know if there's going to be more maps than this. There's probably going to be at least one more map. There has to be 5, right? We always get 5. So ideally, that one's going to be shown later on, or maybe it's a secret for the full game. You have to wait and see in that one. And everything here, there's just so much jam-packed into the showcase. I think it's beautiful. Out of 10 on the Discord, I gave it a 9 out of 10. It was a really good showing. It was great. They gave us so much here. It could even be 10 out of 10. I can't really say anything bad about this overall. Maybe the single player thing is a bit iffy, but I'll wait and see if they have anything more to say that in the future. But the fact they have a benchmark tool, the thing that we were hoping for, is great. Even though in the benchmark tool they didn't go through any gameplay, which is a problem, because frame rate in gameplay is the most important thing, right? That's what we all care about. But despite that, it was a great showing regardless. So I'm very excited, and I can't wait to play this game this Friday. Anyway, guys, that's it for me. Let me know what you think down below. What rating would you give this showcase overall? A 9, an 8, a 10? Or maybe it wasn't up to your standards and you want to give it a 5? Let me know down below and I'll reply. Anyway, guys, I'll catch you guys next time. See ya.